All right, let's give Saturday's Daily Puzzle on chess.com a shot. This one's called Marching into Skewer Madness. It's white to move. Give the video a pause and try it yourself if you feel like it. Skewer Madness. I don't even know how to skewer a piece with anything but like a queen, bishop, or a rook. You can skewer a piece with a pawn? I don't even know what's going on to start I'm very confused by the title. It does feel like this is going to promote. Black must beat me to it, though, I guess. No. I mean, black won't win that race, right? So here, yeah, if I just go here, I mean, if black pushes, I can ignore it and just go here. Oh, so the skewer will come from the queen, so probably, right? So I'm going to make a queen first? Huh, okay. So I have to make a queen to skewer the king. So we're both going to end up with queens. So I need the queen that's going to be able to probably get to this square, I would think. No, because this pawn, if I ignore this pawn, it could promote on either square. Oh, wow, this is going to involve a lot of calculation. Okay, so if I push here, either way I'm going to be able to promote. But black has the option of taking or not taking either way. So I don't even, how am I? This seems like really hard for me to determine what's gonna. Black has a lot of options on top of me having a lot of options. So how do I decide which pawn to push? So if here, I'm not having any problem promoting there. If here, I just keep pushing and I'm gonna promote. It's the same exact thing, just a mirror image on the other side, except the king could never take this one. So it makes me think that I want to push this one because this one's protected by my king, but it doesn't actually matter, I don't think. But I mean, it must matter. I'm going to queen first, and then I'm going to have to skewer the king. So actually, so maybe because of the diagonal that the king is on, I want to push this one to just make way. No, I don't think, I mean, I'm not getting to this square with a queen. So I'm going to have to check the king in other places first. Ugh, man. This seems really hard. This seems like it's maybe too complicated for me today. I can't do all this calculation. I'm excited to see why this works the way that it works, but how could I possibly figure this out? I mean, I just kind of gotta hope that I get right. How do I, like... There must be a reason why black has to take or can't take if I push up one of these pawns. Alright, so it's so hard that like after this move happens, if I push, black can do either one of these things. So like, how do I... It feels like this pawn is in a better position to skewer a queen that would be over here. That's my reasoning for wanting to push this pawn. I'm going to go for this because I don't think I can calculate this whole thing. Okay, so is this one? Okay, so there must have been a reason that black was forced to take that. My initial instinct was definitely that I wanted to push this pawn because this one's protected by my king, but it didn't seem like it mattered after I thought about it. And now I just keep pushing, right? Okay. We both got queens. Now all I have to do is force this king onto this diagonal. So this check looks pretty good. Okay, so here forces the king here because it can't go here. And then here forces the king here. And now I'm getting close to getting it onto the back rank as well, so I have multiple options. So how am I going to force the king onto the back rank? If I could get to... Huh. You got to think it's these two checks, right? I mean, this is really hard. I've never done an exercise like this before, where the king's just in open space and I'm trying to force it around. Or I guess that's how checkmates happen most of the time. But... Alright. What if I just go straight here? Oh, that works. Oh, then the king has to go on one of these. Ah, but I can't go here if it goes here. So it's on the diagonal I want it to be on, but I can't check it. Then I go here, and it has to go here. Wow, okay. Nice. Okay, I mean, I didn't get it right. That first move is, I think, I could have got, if I just got lucky and picked right, I would have gotten this puzzle, probably. Yeah, I mean, it was just pushing a pawn and then figuring out how to skewer, so, interesting. So, I guess I have to analyze this and figure out why one pawn push was better than the other. So I don't understand why the pawn had to take here, and the pawn must have to take. If the pawn doesn't take and just pushes, what happens? I take... Oh, I take with check. Okay, so that's the problem. The pawn's going to have to take either way, because if it doesn't take, then I take here, and when I queen, I'm going to be queening with check. So black won't even be able to make a queen. Okay, so I win a tempo here. So black has to take either way. Still don't really understand why the other pawn... Why wouldn't this work? Does black do this or something? E takes f6. Okay. Now d6. So this pawn is in the way of... Okay, so I think I probably want access to the f file. That's got to be what it is. So like this whole the skewering stuff that I was doing involved my queen like being next to my king, so that I could force the king around. So I think, yeah, so that must be the problem, is that this pawn blocks the f file. Alright, so let's take it from the top one time, run through this. So I want to push this pawn because then this pawn takes this way so that I can queen on the f file, which is useful because I can touch the king with my queen touching my king, right? And it's going to be easier to force the king around. So I push here to clear the way for this one, basically. Once I push here, black has to take, otherwise I'm going to take this pawn, queen with check. So black takes, then I start pushing. It's just a little race here. We're both going to make queens. And then I have to figure out a way to skewer the king and win this queen. So I noticed that this was forcing the king down, and that didn't seem like it was working. And then I realized that if I check here, the only squares that the king has are on this same diagonal as the queen, which looked great. And then I realized that this square isn't that useful for me because I can't get to here because my king isn't protecting that square. So for a second I was like, oh, that doesn't work. But then I noticed that after this move and the king moves here, if I go here, this pawn is blocking this escape square for the king, so the king is absolutely forced onto this one, and then I've got him. Got him right where I want him, and it's a skewer, and I'm winning that queen. Cool puzzle. I like that a lot. Interesting endgame study there. I feel like I almost could have gotten it. It was confusing. The analysis definitely helped me see a lot of stuff, but I could have kind of lucked into it. I think I was very close. But there it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.